The Duval County School Board voting today on a long process that we've been following since the very beginning on changing the names of 6 schools named after Confederate figures. Their board meeting tonight at 6 o'clock.
So the name change issue has been going on for months now. It's gotten pretty heated at points. Leah Shields joins us live with more.
The community has voted to change the names of 6 schools. The superintendent also recommending the same. And like you mentioned, this debate has gotten pretty heated at some point, and the district preparing for any potential protests that might happen based on whatever happens tonight at the school board meeting. We have barricades and cones outside the district's office, as well as some extra school police officers here this morning. The superintendent has reviewed the community votes, and these are her recommendations. Joseph Finnegan Elementary School to Anchor Academy, Stonewall Jackson Elementary to Hidden Oaks, Jeb Stewart Middle School to Westside Middle, Kirby Smith Middle to Springfield Middle, Jefferson Davis Middle to Charger Academy, and Robert E. Lee High School to Riverside High School. The name change process has drawn crowds over the months, people rallying for and against changes. Last week, a retired business lawyer said the current school names could have an effect on Jacksonville's economy.
Think about the many companies that are considering coming to Jacksonville. What do they think about when they realize that we have named our public schools after Confederate generals? They think we're stuck in the 19th century.
Now, whatever changes are approved tonight, it will not happen overnight. There is an extensive process, including school uniforms and signs that will all have to be changed, and no sales tax dollars will be used in this. Now, coming up in the next half hour on Good Morning Jacksonville, I'll talk about the 3 schools that will not be voted on tonight and what some activists want to do about that moving forward. In Jacksonville, Leah Shields, First Coast News on your side.